This is Jeopardy! Please welcome today's contestants. Player 1.
Yeah.
Player 2.
Yeah.
Player 3. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good luck. Let's start the Jeopardy round. And we have one daily double awaiting you in these categories. I Want to Be, Steve Martin movies, Washington, Lincoln, or Obama, Body Basics, Ain't We Got Pun, and Playwrights. Player 1, you start us off. One of these dancers, so I'm practicing my arabesques and pirouettes so I can perform with the Kirov. It's Player 1. Use the Wii remote or press the corresponding direction on the plus control. Yes. You get to pick again, Player 1. One of these, from the Greek for star sailor, like John Glenn or Buzz Aldrin. Player 1. Yeah. Right. Please pick again, Player 1. One of these, and deal with the health problems of vicunas, pintos, and Great Danes. Let's hear it, Player 1. Yeah. You are correct. Player 1, you pick again, please. Like Martin Luther King and the Dalai Lama, and be honored with this humanitarian prize given in Oslo. Yes, Player 1. Yeah, good. Select again. This, from the Greek for straight, and make some big bucks correcting crooked teeth with braces. It's Player 1. That's right. Way to go. Player 1, back to you. Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Chevy Chase were these title characters of a 1986 comedy. Okay, Player 2. Correct.
Yeah!
Choose again, Player 2. In Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Steve Martin told him, "Those aren't pillows." Player 1. Yeah. That's correct. You again, Player 1. This 1987 comedy in which Steve played Fire Chief C.D. Bales was based on Cyrano de Bergerac. Let's hear it, Player 1. Yeah. Hey, you're right. We return to you, Player 1. Steve Martin and Bonnie Hunt are the parents of an extremely large brood in this 2003 remake. Yes, Player 2. You got it. Player 2, back to you. It's the Daily Double. You're in second now, but with an opportunity to catch up a bit. And the clue. Queen Latifah wreaks havoc on the life of straight-laced lawyer Steve Martin in this 2003 comedy. Yes. Choose again, Player 2. Was born a British subject. Let's hear it, Player 1. Good. Player 1, pick again. The tallest. Okay, Player 3. Good. Player 3. You pick never lived in Illinois. Yes, Player 3. Yep. Please pick again, Player 3. Went to Occidental College and Columbia University. Player 1. That's correct. We return to you, Player 1. Received a patent. It's Player 1. That is correct. Player 1, back to you for our next selection. This colored part of the eye shares its name with a type of flower. Okay, Player 1. Correct. You get to pick again. Pink, red, or purplish, a port wine stain is a large one of these, usually on the face or neck. Player 2. Right you are. You again, Player 2. Also called leukocytes, these blood cells defend the body against infection. Let's hear it, Player 2. Right. Player 2, back to you. The dura mater is the outermost protective layer that covers the spinal cord and this organ. It's Player 1. Yeah! That's it. Select again. Unfortunately, high cholesterol can lead to atherosclerosis, in which these blood vessels become clogged. Yes, Player 3. Yes. Choose again, Player 3. A scholarly paper on punning restaurant names was titled, "Do Drop In," and "This Vegetable Entertain You." It's Player 2. Good for you. Player 2, back to you. A presidential exhibit at the National Postal Museum was called "This to the Chief." Okay, Player 3. Right. We return to you, Player 3. About comparing a pair of Beatles, a punchline in Master and Commander is, "Choose the lesser of two these." Let's hear it, Player 3. Yeah! Good. Player 3, you pick. 8 months pregnant, Jolie Fisher did a cabaret act entitled "From Here to This." Player 2. Good. Player 2, pick again. Punning on Glenn Miller, a 1985 film with Gina Davis as a vampire was called "This 65000." Yes, Player 1. Right you are. Select again. His father, James O'Neill, was a 19th century actor whose most famous role was the Count of Monte Cristo. It's Player 2. Yes. Yeah! Please pick again. Public disgust over his play Ghosts caused this Norwegian to retaliate in his An Enemy of the People. Player 3. Yes. You get to pick again. This Pulitzer Prize-winning playwright was related to John Sevier, the first governor of the volunteer state. Yes, player 3. Correct. You again, player 3. This Shakespeare contemporary is remembered for Dr. Faustus and for getting stabbed to death. Let's hear it, player 2. Correct. And here's the $1,000 clue. A 1934 New York City taxi driver's strike led him to write Waiting for Lefty, the first of his plays to be produced. Okay, player 2. You got it. Player 3 is going first in Double Jeopardy when we come back following this. We start the Double Jeopardy categories with this one. Death of an author. The continent, letters, the body human. How about a little romance language and their first #1 pop hit? Let's get back into this now. You have control of the board. She died on July 18, 1817, after dealing with some Pride and Prejudice in her day. Player 1? That's it. Player 1? On September 28, 1891, he died in New York City after a whale of a life. Okay, player 1. Yeah! Good for you. You again, player 1. Woo! Answer? 1 of the Daily Double. You are in the lead right now. So, what's your wager? Answer? No amount of electricity could reanimate her on February 1st, 1851. That puts you even further ahead. Choose again, player 1. After October 19, 1745, he would make no more modest proposals. Let's hear it, player 1. You are correct. Select again. It was this author, not the wallpaper, who went on November 30th, 1900. Yes, player 2. That is correct. Player 2, you pick again, please. Where the Latter-day Saints believe that Zion or New Jerusalem will be built. It's player 3. Yep. Player 3, back that can be typed using a single row of letters on a standard keyboard. Yes, player 2. Yeah! Good. You get to pick again. That extends down to about 54 degrees south latitude. It's player 2. Right. Player 2, back to you. With the most countries. Player 3. Yes. Yeah. Player 3, pick with the first country alphabetically. Okay, player 1. Hey, you're right. Please pick again, player 1. It equals a 2.0 GPA. Let's hear it, player 2. That's correct. We return to you. It stands for a metric unit equal to about a quarter gallon. Yes, player 1. That is correct. Player 1, back to you. It's the 21st letter of our alphabet. Okay, player 1. That's right. Way to go. You get to pick again, player 1. In Morse code, it's 3 dots. Player 2. That's correct. Player 2, you pick again. If your trademark application is okayed, you can follow the trademarked item with this letter in a circle. Let's hear it, player 3. Right. You again, player 3. This pigment in blood transports oxygen. It's player 1. Right. Player 1, back to you. Microscopic shaggy hairs called villi line the walls of this digestive organ. Okay, player 3. Good. Player 3, pick again. In the arm, the name of this muscle precedes brachii. In the leg, femoris. Player 3. Good for you. Please pick again, player 3. Woo! Answer, the second daily double, player 3. You're in last place. What'll it be? You need to select your wager. The clue, the human brain has billions of connections across these gaps between neurons. You are now in second place. Choose again, player 3. Sometimes caused by tooth grinding, the disorder known by these 3 letters can lead to a clicking jaw. It's player 2. Yep. We return to you, player 2. Around the Vatican, you might be able to practice this source language of all Romance languages. Yes, player 3. That's right. Way to go. Select again. Of Catalan, Bulgarian, or Romanian, the one that is not a Romance language. Let's hear it, player 2. Yeah, good. Player 2, back. It's the most widely spoken Romance language in the world. Player 2. Right. You get to pick again, player 2. Ligurian, Lombard, and Piedmontese are all dialects of this Romance language. Okay, player 1. That's correct. We return to you, player 1. This extinct Romance language of Croatia shares its name with a dog breed. Yes, player 1. Correct. Please pick again, player 1. Every Breath You Take, 1983. It's player 1. That's it. Choose again, player 1. Sunshine on My Shoulders, 1974. Let's hear it, player 2. Right. You again, player 2. Sunshine Superman, 1966. Yes, player 2. Yes. Player 2, back to Ms. Jackson, 2001. Okay, player 1. That is correct. And the last clue for $2,000. Owner of a Lonely Heart, 1984. Let's hear it, player 2. That is correct. You all move on to Final Jeopardy, which will continue after these messages. Here's today's Final Jeopardy category. Authors. What are you going to wager? Each direction on the plus control pad represents a different response. Press a direction to select an answer. This is a good category. Here's the clue for you. In 1949, he wrote, "If you want a picture of the future, imagine a boot stamping on a human face forever." And your response? How much do you add to your total with that correct response? What did you put as your response? And this correct response will add how much to your score? What did you say? And that correct response will add... You've come out ahead as our champion, player 1. Thanks for playing. We'll see you next time.